See, exactly may not be that because see, like each color will will induce an emotion in you. For instance, if you keep white, there are certain qualities and characteristics for the color white. White is supposed to give peace, it's supposed to give for friendship, serenity. Like if you take black, black would be a very good like a background color. Black can give you dramatic thing, mystery. If you take about red, red is a very violent color. One is this associated with the blood, and if you just we live in the room when you put the whole thing painted red, the entire atmosphere will be totally different. So like each color has got a character. Like if you talk about blue, blue will give you depression, certain shades of blue. You talk about green, green will give you talks about life, fertility and the freshness of life. So if you have a subject where the subject demands this kind of thing, then you can work out a color scheme for the subject. The whole transition could be done, which that's what when you expose to the Hollywood film, like we talk about the very particularly color scheme so well worked out of the film called Last Emperor, where the child from the childbirth to the thing he becomes the emperor, then he's been jailed till his death. He goes through a transformation of color. His life journey has been conveyed through the transformation of color. So color is also playing an important part in conveying the subject. So when you are very serious, when you take that kind of a serious subject, then all this thing comes to play. Where how a mood could be conveyed. Through the using of lighting, through using of the colors. Some colors you avoid, some colors you use. Then all that that could be one of the reason why Yuva would have attempted that kind of thing. See, a cinematographer's talent comes only when the director is demanding. If the director puts his foot down and says, "This is what I look at it. This is what the lighting I want. This is what the mood I need." When there is a demand like that, then of course we come up with 100 ideas of way the betterment or how to achieve that same thing. Otherwise, like we just discussed, you don't need to be knowing everything to convey a story. You don't need to be technically qualified to convey a story, because cinema is a storytelling. This is a form of storytelling. How effectively you convey the story, that's what makes the success of the film. And there are very few directors who are very particular about the whole look of the film. Like we talk about Sanjay Leela Bhansali, people like that, where they concentrate on every aspect of filmmaking. So when you get into that kind of a level where you listen to the story, then you interact, then you you throw a lot of questions. From the way you question, from the answer you get, then you know that exactly you both are traveling the same thing. From the way you question, when you get the answer, you know that okay, that's not the direction I should turn this side. So that you try to maximum travel with the director rather than you try to put something on your own, because after all, it's his child. Only when the scope is open to you, this is what I look at it. So then we can give 100 things. See, this could be achieved better this way, better that way, and things like that. That's how the whole thing. Probably we can come up with brilliant idea. They may not like it. We just drop it. That's it. Not exactly. See, even though I am telling that I've shot around 8-9 films. If you say film by Arvind, people know me. One thing, the film ran, and second thing, so it was technically one of the best films which ever come in Telugu industry. I can probably say that, because that kind of photography they were not exposed to before, where a mood is conveyed. Especially when you see the second half, there is 4 scenes where there is no dialogue at all. So the way the director conceived it, without a dialogue of 4 scenes continuously as a sequence, the entire thing only runs on visuals, and the visual could hold the interest of the audience. So it is like that. Only with a good director, any technical thing will come out better. That's why even certain cameramen work with certain director always comes out brilliant. The same cameraman who's been rated one of the best in India, still he could not do another thing because it's also the passion, when you put a challenge, they get the passion, they get into the thing. Otherwise, because they do a good job as when you say particularly about the thing, it's the way he demands. If the story is unique, it's different. You look at the sort of range of subjects what he has handled so far. Even though it will be, you'll always have all the thing, but he always tells the story cinematically, not with verbal. And he also looks into all minute details of costume designing, the colors. They are very particular about. Not one particular thing what we can say, There's so many things. One I am telling about this Last Emperor, another film called Conformist, with the same cameraman. And there are brilliant cinematographers abroad, like Sim Nyquist. Avatar is good, absolutely brilliant. As a film, is really good, excellent. Cinematography is good, definitely, because it's like how much the cinematography is there, how much the CG works have been done. It's so difficult to split and see. But very good film, definitely very good film. A talent is always welcome in any line, irrespective of the competition. And fresh people are always welcome, because there's so many people out there who want to try out the fresh talent. That's how even I got my break. Then even though I did my first film, when Shekhar Suri, he saw my show reel, he was not then he said, okay, this guy is having some light and shade in the film, because that film was also, again, what he's saying, Vijay's film are full of action and things like that. So he saw the work and he saw the light and shade, the way in which I liked it. He liked it, then he gave me the opportunity without knowing that how well I'll handle, because this is a very complex subject what he did. After seeing the first day's rushes, he was very, very comfortable, very happy with the result. Like that, fresh talent always, because it's an untapped talent. We don't know what they can spring up with. So that's all. The freshness is always included. And don't worry about the competition. Competition is every walk of life. It is there. You have to face it either today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, whole situation can change the other way. Now the sort of recession what we are seeing now, 10 years down the line, before you never even thought of it, but still we are there. That's how life. That's the beauty of life. If that has been foreseen, then you won't even get to tomorrow what it is.